is up, everybody? Welcome back to RacingNews.com and welcome back to another one of our previews. Well, there's two big 3-year-old races going on. For this preview, we will talk about the filly side of things. Let's go to Saratoga, race 11 on the card. It'll be Saturday, July 20th. It's the Coaching Club American Oaks Grade 1 race, 1.125 miles the distance. Field of just 5, and there's a good reason for that. We'll get into that in just a second. But let's go through them 1 through 5. We can do it fairly quickly with only 5 horses, but we'll go ahead and do that now. All right, from the rail, we'll start. Number 1 is Candied. And if you think, okay, how do I know Candied? Well, last year she won the Darley Alcibiades at Keeneland before finishing 3rd at the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. Long break, took a while to get back to the track, did get back to the track in the Ashland. You could tell she needed a race. She got 4th, beaten 5 lengths there at Keeneland. She came back to run in the Ladies' Secret Stake last time out at Monmouth Park. It was a race she should have won. She was 3-5, so it wasn't a huge shock that she ran well, but she ran well, and she got a very solid time form number for that in a 4.5 length win. Now, here's some of the problems here. She's a dead closer in a field of 5. That's not great. So there could be a little bit of problem for her trying to run down loose on the lead horse, but maybe she can get second in the spot. She makes a little bit of sense here. Manny Franco gets the call today. And you got to remember with these jockeys at Saratoga on Saturday, a lot of the main ones are going to be at Monmouth, and we'll talk about Monmouth later on when they draw that card on the YouTube channel. But a lot of those main jockeys are going to be at Monmouth. So when you see some weird riders riding for some good or some good horses or some good trainers that usually don't, it's because most of the main jockeys are gone. So let's keep it going. Though number 2 is Barbara Tina. This is a horse last time out that was a allowance winner at Churchill Downs and was trained by Brad Cox at the time. The horse is now trained by George Weaver. Junior Alvarado will get aboard for the ride here. Big time step up, right? Horse really did no running in the Grade 3 Gazelle 2 races back. That's the only race that's a stakes race on the horse's resume here. So we'll see what happens. It'll be very interesting to see kind of just a horse that's kind of filling out the field in a lot of ways. Not sure what's going to happen here with that one. We'll keep it going with the number 3, Thorpedo Anna. And obviously, this is why this field is a short one, a field of 5. This horse has rattled off 3 races in a row, 3 wins in a row, I should say. The Fantasy at Oaklawn, the Kentucky Oaks, and the Acorn. Last time out in the Acorn Stakes, right here at this track, right here at this distance, I thought it was her best ever race. And that's saying something because I thought her Kentucky Oaks was breathtaking. If you go back and listen to some of our instant reactions to the Kentucky Oaks, I thought, wow, I picked Just FYI to win that race. I thought she ran fantastic, and she got smoked. Didn't make the same stupid mistake last time out in the Acorn, had Thorpedo Anna to win. I mean, she made that look so easy. It was incredible. She might be the best 3-year-old in the country, regardless of fillies or colts. I think this is a walkover type of effort for her again. Her main challenger is Leslie's Rose, who we'll talk about in a second, who she just beat by 5.5 lengths. You kind of look at this pace setup. It looks like she's alone. Like, where's the other speed? This is not a horse that needs the lead, talking about Thorpedo Anna, but it's a horse that can take him gate to wire if she inherits the lead. Who's got early speed? I just don't see it. We talked about Candide. She doesn't. Barbara Tina, I don't think so. Leslie's Rose, maybe a little bit, but not just a ton. And then Intricate, we'll talk about in a second. There's not a lot of speed in the race. This looks like a pretty easy one for Thorpedo Anna. I think, look, if you're gonna play this, you single her, or you just hope she doesn't show up and you try to get a price home. All things being equal, this horse, if she shows up with her best, it's over. So number 3, Thorpedo Anna, looks way the horse to beat in this one. Number 4 is Leslie's Rose. Let's talk about her, though, because I do think she is one that can elevate her game and at least maybe get closer to Thorpedo Anna. And if she's kind of not on her A game, maybe Leslie's Rose is the horse that can do it. Now, the problem with Leslie's Rose is she's kind of inconsistent. The Kentucky Oaks, she was nowhere to be found. Then she shows up in the Acorn and she runs a big race, gets second to Thorpedo Anna, like I mentioned. 3 races back in the Ashland, she was amazing, a huge win. But 4 races back in the Devona Dale, total no-show in that race. So she's hit and miss, Jekyll and Hyde, if you will. Should get a nice trip, should be, there with a big chance to at least hit the board, get second. I think she's clearly the second best horse in the race if she fires. You just kind of got to decide, is she going to fire today? She's kind of on that every other one pattern right now. We'll see what she can do. But look, I mean, at her best, she's the only one that I think can challenge the heavy favorite. And then finally, number 5 is Intricate. This was a horse back going into fairgrounds this year. You kind of thought this was going to be the one that would jump up and maybe, win a couple of those races down there. She just didn't ever look great. Got second in the Rachel Alexander, got 5th in the Fairgrounds Oaks. Last time out, dropped down in class to the Monomoy Girl overnight stakes, and our Pretty Woman beat her by 3/4 of a length. So, yeah, I just don't see a lot that's going to make me think she can change what's happened the last 3 races. However, if you are going to go back to the 2-year-old year, she did defeat Thorpedo Anna in the Goldenrod at Churchill Downs. That's Thorpedo Anna's only loss of her career. She did not fire that day whatsoever, and Intricate was the one that was able to beat her, and that kind of started the hype on Intricate. Without that win, probably we're not talking about her like we are now. But look, it happened. It was a nice win. If you think she can repeat it up here at Saratoga, then go for it. I'm not really on that camp. I just don't think she's progressed much from 2 to 3. All right, that's the field of 5. There's not much more we can really talk about. I think you guys know. Number 3, Thorpedo Anna, that will be my pick in this race. It's just going to be a single for me. I am not the type that says, here's the random day that the heavy favorite is not going to show up with their best race unless there are signs. And I mean, they spaced the races out well. They've spotted her in really good spots. We've seen her back-to-back times at this distance. She just absolutely seems to relish it and love it. I don't see where the regression is supposed to come from. I would be very surprised if she does regress. Of course, it is a horse race, and it can happen at any time, but this just doesn't look like a spot where she's going to bounce and not run very well. It almost looks like a spot where we may see an even better performance because of kind of the details I laid out. The pace is perfect for her, but she's the type that even if one goes crazy out there, she'll just sit right off. She doesn't have to have the lead, but if she gets it, she'll take it from you. So I think this should be pretty easy. Number 3, Thorpedo Anna on top for me. I don't think there's much of a challenge. All right, guys, thanks everybody for watching this video. If you need free picks for every race at Saratoga and every track all around the country each day, go to the free win picks at racingdudes.com. You can check out every track every day. If for exactas tries, pick 3, 4s, and 5s, go to the premium products. We've got you covered for everything there. All right, guys, thanks everybody for watching. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe. You really like it. Want to get alert anytime we do videos like this. And most importantly, good luck if you're playing Saratoga on Saturday.